Idaho saw its first train collision of the year Friday when the driver of an SUV failed to yield to an oncoming train out on Tyhee Road.
Experts say accidents like these are common in eastern Idaho, and a local group is urging folks to learn from this last one. Local News 8's Luke Jones joining us live where it happened. Luke, in this case, the driver says he flat out didn't see the train.
That's right. In fact, he says he was headed east here on Tyhee Road and was already crossing these rail tracks here before he could see or hear anything. He says that train, before he knew it, ended up striking his car, knocking it clean over to here, spinning it round a couple of times. And while he did survive, he tells us he's lucky to have done so.
All I could think to do was pray.
23-year-old Chase Fernandez just thankful to be alive Friday, moments after a close encounter with this train.
I looked out of the corner of my eye and kind of saw the shadow being cast by the train.
It's a sight some say is far too common in Idaho.
Last year we had 16 in the state.
Travis Campbell is with a Pocatello group called Operation Lifesaver. They track train collisions.
This is definitely the first one in the state of Idaho this year.
And work to prevent them.
When people are coming up to a grade crossing, they need to remember to look and listen, and they'll live.
But even during this interview,
did you get that one?
some blow straight across the tracks, completely ignoring this stop sign.
These trains are very heavy. It can take up to and over a mile to stop.
Even when there isn't a stop sign. Campbell says trains always have the right of way, even over emergency vehicles.
The crossbuck is a yield sign. That means yield to the train.
As for Friday's collision,
It's great that it ended up like that. It could have been much worse.
If it wasn't for the Lord, I just wouldn't be here right now.
now Fernandez insists he didn't run these stop signs. In fact, he says when he pulled up to the tracks, he did check both ways to try and make sure the coast was clear, but he says all he was getting was blinding sunlight. Now, in the end, police tell us they did issue Fernandez a citation. We're live here in Tyhee tonight. I'm Luke Jones.
All right, thank you, Luke. Last month, a train hit a man's pickup in Shelley, and he died right after that crash.
First,